Well, good evening. And how are we tonight? It is 7 o'clock. It is Tuesday, the 27th of July. And I've still got to find my tarot cards. Hold on just 1 second. They're underneath my table. Look. Hold on. There they are. I had everything else in place, but I didn't seem to have the very things I needed, did I? What have you been doing on this fine, slightly rainy day in Brighton? Slightly muggy, but the sun is still shining in between the clouds. I've been watching a new series with my son, Paris. I've watched series 1 of a very old series called The Walking Dead. Indeed, it's been all zombies in our house this afternoon. And if you're watching tonight and you're one of my private clients earlier on, thank you so much for your time. I loved every minute of it. And also today, I got to meet a follower. If you are in Brighton, let me know if you're visiting, and I would love to come and say hello to you. I'm also going to be in Birmingham in the next 2 weeks as well, just for one day. But if you're in the Birmingham area, let me know as well, and I'll try and make time to come and say hello to you. Good evening, Nicola. How are you? Good evening, Eileen, as well. Now, coming from a Romani gypsy family, I certainly didn't have what you would call a normal upbringing. But I was thinking to myself, what is normal? I mean, to me, with all of the people I've met, everybody's got a story. And I'm sure that you, whatever star sign you are, whatever country you live in, you've all got a story. So let me ask you, do you consider yourself normal? Because to me, normal is simply a setting on our washing machine. That's all it is, guys. And I think that to be a little bit eccentric, to be a little bit different, is what makes us all a melting pot. Don't you? I was watching some of the Olympics as well in between clients, and I found out a really lovely fact as well. Let me bring it up here. What's your favorite sports, guys, in the Olympics? Let me know, and I've got a little picture to bring up here because this really inspired me. It really did. So look at the picture of this lovely lady here. Her name is Sabina Cebici, and she was born on the 13th of May 1959. She won her first marathon, guys, in 1973 while barefoot and wearing nothing but a petticoat. So Sabina went on to become the first Kenyan female athlete to win a medal at the Commonwealth Games in 1974. Isn't that just incredible? Look, that picture meant a lot to me because we gypsies are known as barefoot gypsies, but also it just goes to show, doesn't it, that where there's a will, there's a way with anything. Just as you see famous footballers who start off kicking whatever they can around. If you've got a dream, don't let it go, guys, because every star sign has positive and negative traits. And you've simply got to draw on your positive traits to make sure that you bring out the best in you. Now, I know that I pop on the lives and you see me sometimes out and about. And now that I'm finally settled into my home, I'm going to be taking you out and about a lot more. But also, if you're not a private member, we're doing some lovely work at the moment in the Private Members Club. We are developing our clairvoyance, aren't we, Kat? And also last night, we did a lesson in tea leaf reading as well. So although I can give sort of snippets of readings on here, and I will do some tonight as well, don't forget that if you want to go really deep, then do think about booking a private one-to-one reading with me. Why am I mentioning this now? Simply because I've seen the work that I can do with you guys when I get you on your own, when there's not people watching, when there's not people commenting. Thank you, Kat. Let me bring that up. The private members group is awesome. I can see your gorgeous face now, Kat, as well. You also say, let's have a look, eccentric is my first name, and you love hurdles and sprint, and you run in bare feet. Good on you, girl. Any excuse to take my shoes off, and they are off. And Honeybee is here with a lovely cup of tea. Thank you very, very much. And in my new cup as well. Is that really hot? Let me take that. Thank you, darling. Let me just turn the volume down on that. Could you shut that door for me? Thank you. Let me just turn my volume down. Look, it's not such a lady's cup though, is it? Look, if we turn it round with my sense of humor, my Scorpio sense of humor, it actually says, kiss my Lengro. I do like that. That's the gypsy spirit, guys. Hello, Claire Ellis. Oh, she's gone. She's on her iPhone. Yes, she is indeed. They were just arguing just a minute ago over who had the laptop lead. They can't take mine because my laptop's a different lead. And of course, my beautiful boy, Paris, he's down at the moment. Let me see if I've got a picture of my boy, Paris. This is him last night in our front room. Look, he's come back to me fitter and stronger with a neck like a bull. He is an earth sign, but not a Taurus. He's a Virgo. And he's just gone off training. So this is us just before he went out tonight. Look, he is my boy and he is such a gentleman, guys. I've got to tell you, I'm very, very proud of him indeed. So today I arranged to meet one of my followers, and it was the lovely Amanda Redman, who comments often on here. She came to Brighton to take a holiday, and I think I saw her, was it about 2 years ago, Amanda? I'm not quite sure. So we went out into Kensington Gardens at lunchtime today, and we met. Let's see if I've got a photograph of us together. There you go. That's Amanda and I going all organic. And then she went and pulled out a pack of tarot cards on me. Now, normally my cousin Deborah does my tea leaves in the morning, and Laura Ann Renwick does my healing, and I kind of got this little circle going on. So when Amanda pulled out her tarot cards and asked me to shuffle them, I was a little bit like, oh, okay then, all right then. Talk about putting me on the spot. But she was really good, and a crowd did gather indeed. So there we are in Kensington Gardens in Brighton, drawing a crowd, not with me giving a reading for once, but actually somebody giving me a reading. I was on the other end of it. I really, really was. So let's have a little look. Don't worry, Amy and private club members that I can see right there, because after this live, I am going to be coming in the private members club when I've filled my cup with another cup of tea as well. Oh, Lydia, are you still trying to get a move? And you're still you're losing white. Do you mean losing faith? I think you mean losing faith. That's what I think you mean, my darling. Let me have a look what I was finding for you guys here. I was going to look at the positives and negatives of your star sign, but also I wanted to remind you where I come from, and my lovely, lovely mummy. Kim, don't worry if you missed a few members' nights, because the Developing Clairvoyance course is now in segments being put up for you to cut and paste so that you can put it in a folder and read it when you want to as well. Kim's trying to move as well. Look, I will do some weekly horoscopes for you guys indeed. But look, this is my amazing mummy. I don't know whether you've seen any photographs of her. And if you remember me from OK magazine days, that's my mummy, look. And that was a photo shoot actually on Brighton Beach. I think it was a Times newspaper, actually. We weren't quite posh for the day. They did a photograph for Mother's Day on mothers and daughters. And that hairstyle that I've actually got there, and the reason that I have long hair today is because I was contracted by OK magazine to keep my hair short. They loved the iconic short haircut. So what do when you leave a job? You go and you grow your hair. You do the opposite, don't you? You do absolutely the opposite. Now, as you know, my mum hasn't been very well. She's got dementia, but she still got out and about before she got more ill. And this is one of the last photographs I've got actually of my mummy with my beautiful honey bee. And lots of people say, you don't dress like everybody else, do you, Claire? Well, there's honey in a Chinese dress during the day, and there's my mummy with a classic hat on as well, being my mummy. There she is. And just to show you again where my sort of own clothes style comes from, my great aunts were absolutely incredible ladies. They really, really were. And here's one of my great aunts in a photograph that dates back a really long time. And when I was living with my grandmother when I was 16, when she was ill, I used to go to work on the Palace Pier for her. And look at those shoes, those Mary Janes, aren't they gorgeous? And that's why I've started wearing headscarves again as well. So I used to go to work. I left school at 14, and I used to go to work on the Palace Pier, reading hands, and all of the security men on the pier were told by my granny, you look after my gal, you look after her. So I knew I had my own bouncers on the pier. And that photograph that I just showed you guys was on my grandmother's bedside table of her sister. So that's why the headscarves have come back. I think I'm cloning my great aunts and the very individual style that they had as well. I think that my granny, and I hope that my mum will be proud of me for all that I've been doing. I don't just do lives on Facebook. I also write for over 100 newspapers and magazines. As you've probably heard on bits of radio, I do different radio shows. I've written 18 books that have been published. I also created, as you know, my own tarot cards, which are available in my shop at clairepetulengro.tv. And then in lockdown, I decided to have Lengro magazine, of course, where I got friends old and new, and I created something that I really hope uplifted you in the time when we were all struggling to understand what was going on. Do you like Love Stars, do you? For those of you that don't know what Love Stars is, Love Stars is a book that I wrote quite a few years ago now, and it still sells today, guys. And Harrods stocked this book. There's my cuz Debs as well. We've been doing tea leaf readings today, Debs. She's actually down her place at Coral Island. So if you're in Blackpool at the moment, go to the back of Coral Island and go and say hello to Deborah Petulengro. Do you know what? We should read a little something. If you comment your star sign, I'll tell you a little bit of something about your star sign, shall we? Should we delve into my book for just a moment? And then in about 5 minutes time, I'm going to pick some people for some card readings as well. So if you look in your local newspaper, of which I should be in quite a few, lots of the newspapers at the moment, they're going digital. So a lot of my time has been spent talking about how I can help them go digital and what we provide as well for you guys. You can also, however, that's not digital but still in print, read me in Pick Me Up magazine every Thursday as well, with a lovely digitally enhanced, lines erased picture of me there. And that picture there, I think I was, that's about 7 years old, I think. Dear, oh dear. Let's have a little look for Librans then, because listen, who put there a Libra? Margaret Murray. Okay, so listen, what is it about a Libran? What do they like? They like balance, they like justice, they like harmony, partnerships, sociability, and refinement, because these are the key words, of course, for the lovely Libra. Do you know what's funny? When I say things sometimes, because I wrote this book, sometimes there's bits of it that just flow like a piano because they're things that I've learned over the years. But you know what? Libra is something of a conflicting personality, guys. And the scales, which are their birth sign, are the keynote, because Libra people require balance, but they can go quite a long way in one direction before realizing the need to double back and balance up the other side of their life. What do you think about that then? Do you know what I want now? I don't want to know your star sign, but I would like to know, let's have a little look. I would like to know your best friend's star sign. How about that? Do you know what star sign your best friend is at all? Would you like me to work it out for you? And I'm just going to read another extract from Love Stars as well, because this is my favorite book that I've written. I also wrote a diet book as well, believe it or not. How did I write a diet book? Honest truth is I consulted with some experts from Boots, Marks and Spencer's, and of course from the National Health Service, and worked out how many calories we need to lose, to which we would clearly lose weight. Then in association with Marks and Spencer's, I looked at different foods. They helped me with the calorie count, and I looked at the foods that different star signs would like. So for example, fire signs, Aries, Leos and Sagittarians would like spicy foods as well. And of course they burn fat very quickly as well. So the Capricorn partner, let's have a little look here for you. I do love this book. So let me have a little look at a Capricorn in love. Should we have a look at your sexual needs for a Capricorn? Should we go a bit saucy, shall we? You know what? Let's have a look at Lydia's husband. Lydia's husband, are you watching? Kim Gary, you got a friend in me. You've got plenty of friends and in the private members, don't worry. But Lydia Hunt, I'm going to embarrass you now, okay? What does Lydia Hunt's husband like? Well, Capricorn's like long drawn out lovemaking. Bear in mind, this is the beginning. We're not talking 30 years down the line. And that includes all the stuff that goes on before you get anywhere near the bed. Was it like that, Lydia? Is that how Arthur was conceived? Love for Capricorns is actually a very serious thing, a very serious business, because Capricorn people see themselves as worthy, and they don't allow just anyone to knock down their defenses and see into their private world. So what goes on in the bedroom for Lydia's husband and all Capricorn stays in the bedroom. But for Capricorn, sex is a very special thing. Some of them use sex, some Capricorns, as a way of understanding people as well and working out what makes them tick. However, for you Capricorns out there as well, just one broken heart early on in life can see them running back to mummy and daddy to marry the beau next door as well. So Capricorns need to be careful of that as well. So that's a little bit there of Love Stars, and if you like it, you can buy it from the shop, or lots of you got very old copies. I'll be honest, you might find it on eBay for 50p. Who knows? I did actually as well walk past a secondhand bookshop once, and I think I saw it for 10p in there as well. Maybe it's time to write another book. Who knows? There's a gorgeous Amber Redmond. That's who I met today. And Amber, look, I was just bringing up a lovely picture, look, of you and I from our lovely meeting today that we had. She's so cuddly as well, Amanda. You're so cuddly. It's absolutely lovely. So yes, says Lydia Hunt, you've just got Gavin to a T. Oh, sounds like we all need a Capricorn in our life, don't we? Shall we have a quick look at the stars for the week ahead? And then I'm going to pick a few of you for a reading before I go into my private members for private members only chat. Do you know what? Because I've been watching TV with Paris and Lucy and Honey, I didn't put any earrings in tonight, and I feel naked. I do. I feel naked. I don't know where they are. Don't look. Don't look at my ears, okay? Okay. Oh, Deb thinks there's a new book. She really does. Okay, comment your star sign. We'll have a look at the week ahead for some of you, and then we'll go on to a few card readings as well. But don't ask me for a card reading just yet. Let's have a look at 2 or 3 signs for the week ahead. So comment away, guys, and I will tell you what the week ahead has in store for you. I'll bring that up so we all know what star sign I'm going to read. So for Pisces in the week ahead, please try to be nice to all you meet in the days ahead, because it's actually those that you think hold no power who can help you to make progress. The relearning of something you found hard the first time round is not going to be such a painful journey if you delve into it a second time. But know this before you turn down what could, my friends, be perfect for you. I don't think anyone else could write my horoscopes for me, because I've used the terminology my friend for years and years and years. And do you know when it started? It started when I was 23. And before I worked for the Daily Express and OK Magazine, I was working for the Sun newspaper, and I wanted to be very adult, very classy. And so I started using the words my friend to sound older as well. But now I'm old. It just makes me sound old. You Taurians out there for the week ahead. And can I just say, don't forget to like, follow, and share my page, please. I am trying to get to 10,000 followers. So if you like what I do, please, please tell all your friends, and you can go to the top of my page and you can ask them. You can send invitations as well to ask them if to ask them to like, follow, and share my page. And then I'll come on even more on Facebook as well. But let's have a look at Taurians, shall we? Well, news that you didn't expect may well take the wind out of your sails. What it really is, though, Taurus, is a chance for you to think about what you could do that was not an option before. Rules change or changes to other situations opens up a whole new world of possibilities for you. But listen, Taurus, don't rush relationships in the days ahead, especially the new ones that you make. Well, the Pisces forecast that I did, Rosemary says, thank you, my friend. I love you. Thank you. I'm a Pisces and it resonates with me. And you started a new training, level 3 qualifications. Claire Roy says she loves my horoscopes. They start her day. So pleased to hear that. Thank you very, very much. Lovely Dawn Rose. Thank you so much for following me. I do notice your names now, and I love seeing you on here, all your familiar names. It feels like one big family, and in the private members club, it's like a household full of lots of people with lots going on and bubbly talk. Virgo, stop worrying about the things that you can't control this week. Typical Virgo. Instead, work on what you know will make a difference to your own personal happiness. Making things that others deem most important your priority will only leave you feeling a lesser version of you. And funny enough, actually animals link to a making up that must happen before this week is over. I'm just going to grab something. Wait there 1 second. Hold on. Let me grab. Oh, that's a big one. But that will do as well. So with all of the things that I do, don't forget as well that I also have, hi Caroline, how you doing? Don't forget, this is a big bottle. This is what I put when I'm doing my essential oil mixtures. This is Sicilian lemon. And don't forget, I went to Italy before lockdown and I went to a citrus grove where the essential oils are grown in the soil of Mount Etna. And I bought liters and liters of 7 essential oils, only to come back and the virus broke out. And of course, citrus oils are antibacterial and antiviral as well. So we spent lockdown spraying them on our masks, making lots of soaps, hand creams, all sorts. But this is what you get if you buy one of my essential oil, guys. This is mandarin. We do mandarin essential oil. I do mandarin, blood orange, pink grapefruit. What else do I do? Pink grapefruit, mandarin, blood orange, Sicilian lemon, green lemon, yellow lemon. And I'm missing one out here. What could it be? Blonde orange. There you go. And they're absolutely amazing. They all have great properties. They're great for anxiety as well. And I also do them in a rollable as well. So we're going to be doing a special offer on them soon. And if you would like to get access to the special offer, I think Sammy's going to have to tell me what it is. We were talking about it this morning. I was too excited to go and meet a follower, do some palm readings and some phone readings that I can't remember, Sammy. But do inbox me and I will let you know just what that is. I also do zodiac scrolls as well. But of course, what am I famous for? For doing readings. So while I have a sip of my cup of tea, why don't you comment your star sign? Have you got a problem that's getting the better of you today? Do you not know where you're going in life? Do you want an old gypsy girl who's 50 this year to give you some direction, to tell you what to do, who to get rid of? Then comment your star sign, and after a sip of tea, I will see who I'm drawn to. And if you're not interested, you can go off and kiss my Lengro, actually. You know, sometimes kids don't always make a good cup of tea. That's a good cup of tea. Kushti Piermingra, in our Romani language, a good cup of tea. Kushti Piermingra. So let's have a little look. Claire Ellis, I don't like to see anybody struggling at all. You are an Aquarian with the most incredible coloured hair, may I say. And I'm going to take my tarot cards, which are my babies. I absolutely love these. And they've got all of my family on these cards. I went right back to Babylonian times for the meanings. Indeed, I did. And you've got seasons on there. Did you know that tarot cards, 7 tarot cards relate to days of the week? You've also got different herbs that relate to different cards as well. Different star signs belong to different tarot cards. And of course, they're linked to numerology and astrology as well. Did I just burp? That's really rude, isn't it? Okay, Claire Ellis, I'm concentrating and I'm coming for you as well. Okay, so there has been unhappiness and it looks like there's been a quarrel. So Claire Ellis, could you tell me if there has been a quarrel? And also for you, we are on a public page now, so I've got to be careful what I say. There's something that's happened to you as a woman that's been very upsetting, that's caused anxiety, and you're worried about an event that you can't change, okay? I get the stomach for you, I get despair, I also get sleeplessness and sleepless nights as well for things that have gone on. I think for you, you need to be contemplating, you need to be reevaluating, especially because I've drawn 2 9s for you, my darling. What we can see here is that you've left the things that you had a love for. Have you lost a bit of self-respect and a bit of love for yourself? Because we have to love ourselves first for others to love us. Because if we don't, what happens is we attract the wrong type into our life, don't we? And we don't want an arsehole, ladies and gentlemen, do we? We want somebody who's going to treat us like a king or queen. So Claire Ellis, for you, I think you've got to take little steps which will then lead to big changes. Okay, somebody's stealing something from me just on the side there. Would you like to pass that over and save a bit for me for later?
I'm taking one.
She's got. That's okay, look. Oh, it's not just any chocolate. It's Cadbury's dairy milk chocolate. You left me like one bit in it. You can take it.
I took one.
You can. It's actually quite melted as well. So would you like to pick somebody for a reading off the screen for me?
No,
So we show that we're random. Come on and have a little look. They don't have to see you on the screen. See who's struggling and come and have a little look. Come and have a look. Come on. Go. Okay, so here we go. This is, you've got a head down here as well. Let's see, have a little look here, okay, and see who you think, okay, who do you think we need to help tonight, honeybee?
Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You don't remember that song because you arse Kim Gary. Yeah.
Jesus.
I did say that we don't need arse wipes in our life, which is probably very bad language that mummy shouldn't have used, isn't
Bye
it?
bye.
Bye bye. I love you.
Can I finish it?
You can take the chocolate with you, only because you made me a cup of tea. That's all. Okay. What's the best part of being in a gypsy family, honey? I know. She's gone. She's gone. Okay, so my daughter has chosen Frankie Payne for a reading. There we go. A Sagittarian. Sagittarius is a fire sign ruled by Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is a planet of self-expansion. Frankie, you just want to grow and grow and grow and be bigger and better and get everything that you want going. And these cards that you've got say indecision at the moment in how to proceed. You've got resistance to what other people are advising you to do. How can I work when my child is dancing behind the laptop? Thank you. Goodbye. Love you. Honestly, Frankie, she helps you and then she does a little boogie woogie like that behind it. So let's go back, shall we? Let me have a sip of tea and go back. Honestly, children. Now, Leslie's saying hello to you there, Frankie. You don't know what to do. There's been instability, but can I say, I think a lot of the reason, Frankie, that you're feeling insecure is because other people around you, perhaps in work as well, are they making big changes and you're thinking, oh, maybe I should. What I remember about you is I remember you said you were very happy in your job. You were very settled as well. But do the decisions relate to work? Well, they do in this case because I picked a stave card for you. Also for you, the 5 of Wands does show that where your friends are concerned, there is a break in your friendship circle. And I do think at the moment you need time away from friends that before did it for you. So I think really what you're feeling is that sense of, I need to make a change, but I don't know what it is. A bit like itchy feet, isn't it really? What we know with 5s is they're regarded as a warning. When we have instability, when we have conflict, it's about rebuilding a life as well. But with that, it comes quarrels as well. So can you see on that card, look, here we go, look, indecision as well in how to proceed is written on that card, but it's probably back to front to you now, isn't it? What do we know about pages? Well, what we know about pages in tarot cards is pages are very much to do with children as well, or perhaps virgins as well, going back to the Babylonian times. So that also relates as well is to your relationship with your child, making a decision that's best for them. So if you have a child that you're worried about, it could be to do with a child and who they see as well, their friendships or their family links. Then what I would advise you to do, Frankie, is to give it time, because at the moment, whatever decision you make may not feel 100% right to you. So chill out, go get a bar of dairy milk. There are other chocolates available, and just let time be the judge of what you should do. Okay, now I'm not going to leave Michelle Hayes with a row, but don't forget, guys, you can also send stars to support my page as well. I don't even know how much stars cost. Actually, Alex Nagel turned it on, who worked for Petulengro magazine a long time ago, and I'm keeping it up. Why not? All right, so let's have a little look there. So we're looking for Michelle at the moment. Stress, embarrassment. Why are you embarrassed about this row that you had in some way? Because is it an embarrassment as to what others think? So did other people hear this row that was had on Sunday as well? There was hesitancy for you, resulting in you feeling that you'd lost control. So things were going well, Michelle, and then all of a sudden they very unpredictably didn't go the way that you wanted. And I think somebody in your life, and I've got to say it's a male, has lost direction professionally as well. So there may well be arguments over money or friendships at the moment. And I don't think that you need to be the one that says sorry. And, you know, I don't want to cause a bigger argument, but I think the only reason you're feeling so bad is who else was in the room. Okay, so the whole street heard. So the whole street was in the room, sort of technically speaking, because they heard it. Oh, so what? Do you know what? People argue all the time. And let me tell you something. Normally, when people argue and others hear you, it makes them feel good because they think, I'm normal now. But remember what I said at the beginning of this show. Normal is just a setting on the washing machine. And if you don't let it out, you keep it in, and then you create illness. You make yourself ill. So I think for you, you've got to find ways of getting your own money, owning your own money. If you have finances with somebody, I would suggest splitting them up for a time. Oh, they're coming for me. Look. I would suggest splitting them up for a while so that you're in charge of what you're doing. Frankie Payne, thank you, beautiful. I will be in the private members club in a bit as well. That was spot on. Thank you, honey, for choosing me as well. Let's choose somebody else as well. So the argument was outside, Michelle. So does that advice that I've given you help you a little bit as well? Do you know what? Tell the street to kiss your Petulengro. Honestly, we've all had a hard year, haven't we? Do you have a specific problem, anybody? Or would you like me just to turn a card? Should we all get involved and give our advice on what we think we should do? When in doubt, do nout, says Lydia. Some people have put a little chunk of words there, and I could not see what you put. So please do put it again. And do you mind if I quickly stick the fan on as well in a moment? Let me just put the fan on, then I'll do another reading, because I am rather hot. I don't mind saying, and not in the sense of hot in a good way. You shouted a lot, but I still think that you need to let it out. I really do. So let's go for Margaret Murray. And is that fan really noisy? Margaret Murray is a Libran. Why am I singing tonight? I don't know. And she's in a bit of a rut. We don't like to be in a bit of a rut, do we? Never a good thing. But guess what? You've got the strength card, strength, hope. Also for you, stamina that you've got the courage to do what you want to do. And I think the problem is you've got so many people around you, Margaret, that you think rely on you, where in actual fact, if you weren't there, Margaret, those other people would really have to look after themselves, and they probably would carry on anyway. So this is a bit rude, really, but Margaret, are you using other people as an excuse not to do what you want? I don't think you are, but let's take other people out of the equation for the moment. I think in your past, you've had a lot of jealousy from people you've tried to help. So with people who are in partnerships in your life, Margaret, my belief is that sometimes you've got on with the one person in the partnership who's close to you, but their partner, there's been some problems or some issues as well. I also feel for you at the moment that there's the need to be liberated. So you're at the very, very early stages. And what does a Libran do? It's the scales of justice, isn't it? Lots of times Librans are linked to the health profession. Lots of Librans have had health problems that they've had to work through and deal with as well. Can I ask as well, have you been feeling, let me get my crystal ball now. Have you been feeling really sluggish lately, Margaret? Like the same routine that you've had no longer fits for you? Because if you have, then let me tell you, it's time for change, but again, over the next 12 weeks. After 12 weeks, I do feel for you, my darling, you'll then get clear vision of what the right thing is to do. Eights in tarot represent good luck. They bring strength and progress in the things that you love. So, Margaret, all you've got to do is, instead of just gravitating towards the things you love, in actual fact, you say, yes, very. Don't worry about the things that you love. Let's get rid of the crap that you don't want. Let's throw out the things that are causing you pain, the people who you can no longer help as well. Does that make sense? And does that help you at all? Now, tomorrow night, I have got some very special people on with me for a Lengro Late Night Live. Do you recognise these faces? This is some of my Lengro family. Of course, there's Jack Tyler, Amanda Waring, and Deborah Petulengro. And you can catch some of the family of Lengro on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on this page. Right now, I'm going to go and top up my cup of tea and go in my private members club. That's what I'm going to do. But do not forget, you can still have a reading with me. You can book a text reading, an email reading, a phone reading, lots and lots of things for you to choose from. And if you do book a private reading as well, then I can say lots of things that I probably couldn't say right here, because we know when you book a private reading that it's just you and I. So I will be back tomorrow night. I'm also on Derek Akora's page at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Love being part of the Friends of Derek Akora project. And what else am I on tomorrow? Private Members Club as well, 5 nights a week. And I will see you very soon. If you're a private member, then I will see you. I will see you after I fill this up. And don't forget, if anyone upsets you, kiss my Lengro. Absolutely. Take control of your lives. And instead, because of the lineup and the full moon that we've had, don't worry just about the things you love. But let's all make this week about getting rid of the things that we don't love. Yeah? That we don't like, that cause us pain. Does that make sense? Follow the gypsy life and live the Lengro life as well, guys. I love, love, love being here live with you. And I hope you enjoy my time with you as much as I enjoy it with you. See you later.